NPL basketball. It's the High Flyers going against Team Ballers.
Nothing quite like a SoCal showdown, the freeway series between the High Flyers out of LA. Players know each other already.
And early on here in the Club League circuit, we'll find out a lot about these teams by the end of the night.
We'll find out about the teams and also the players. I know there are a few new names on these rosters, and I want to see how guys like MP are going to hold their own out here in WCBL play. And the debut here for MP, nobody knows too much about him other than he's from Vermont. Interesting to see how he fits into this team.
Starting tonight for Team Ballers, Cody Etherington is at the point. Jaden Moore is going to be their slashing shooting guard. Then Berti and Rodriguez are filling in at the forward slots with Pasco patrolling the paint. And resetting the floor for the High Flyers, Devontae Mills will run the point with Jason Brock at the off guard. MP highlights the wing package with Nathan O'Neill by his side. And Liam Callahan is the big man in the middle. And with MP, I know several teams were interested in having him join their club.
Well, there isn't much tape to work off of for MP. He's truly a question mark on this roster, but the coach...
Well, you look at Jaden Moore, and it doesn't take long to see why he's on the 2K U250. Great instincts at attacking the basket.
And he's not the biggest guard by any means. It's very hard to stay in front of, and he's a surprisingly consistent finisher around the rim.
Yeah, the second effort was solid, and scouts love taking note of players that can make those kinds of things happen.
Offensive board. That one goes. Count it.
Work hard on the offensive glass. Good things happen.
And finished off by Rodriguez.
Guys, he's playing big. I mean, we're watching it. Arnaldo Rodriguez taking flight.
Here's MP. He's got 5. Let's go with the 3. Sinks it from distance.
D's got to do a little better. That's a high percentage shot if they don't get right in his face.
And for many of these young men in club play, this is where they learn to solely focus on basketball as their sport.
Yeah, up until now, a lot of these guys played multiple sports. This is where they're starting to learn the nuance and the craft of the game. It's a great place to really hone your abilities.
Team Ballers trailing. Here's Moore. It's good. The assist that time from Etherington.
Solid work around the rim by Moore. He doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Launches a 3. And another 3 for the Flyers.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know that he's as good as a layup from that distance? Oh, the accuracy, just special. Puts the ball where only his teammate can get it.
Here's MP. He's got 11. Fires the 3. Another miss by MP.
He fired with confidence from deep. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, but you love that shooter's attitude. Shoot it when he can.
And guys, as we mentioned, MP recently breaking into that 2K U250 list.
And look, that might seem low, but to be anywhere on this list means you at least have some serious potential. Nobody's quite sure what development path MP is going to take, but there's a feeling that he has a high ceiling.
Okay, hold on.
Now here's Moore. And finished off by Rodriguez.
And he isn't the biggest power. His ability to rise up evens things out.
And I still get.
And here's MP on the outside. And another 3 for the Flyers.
He is cooking something spicy from downtown. How many threes can he hit?
He's like an astronaut finding space out there. And he's in rhythm.
Oh, it's all coming together for Rodriguez offensively. Finding chances to attack again and again.
Here's MP. 17 points so far. And the shot goes in.
Simply feeling it tonight. Most everything falling in.
Look how Leo looking.
Outside Berti. Pass to Pasco.
Look at Leo.
Misses off the left iron.
No getting around the fact that that is a shot he has to knock down.
No good from the wing.
Number one.
Etherington outside.
You ain't giving it out.
The pick from
You ain't
Pasco.
giving it out for lunch.
Here's Moore.
Well,
MP grabs the miss. And in club league play here in the WCBL, these kids get such a wealth of minutes in such a short amount of time.
The games come fast and quick, and honestly, there's a lot to learn on the fly, but there's a ton of opportunity. And for some players, it can be a bit overwhelming.
Moore outside.
Hey. Girl, I want you to know
Berti.
that nigga just came through here,
pick from
paid
Pascal.
my room for the damn come by here, dropped
Now
me off some money,
Rodriguez.
paid my
With
room
this
for a
clock to
week,
shoot.
gave that
Again,
man some
no
money
good
for
by
his
Team
birthday,
Ballers.
put some money in my damn pockets and just shot out.
And here's MP on the outside.
I said,
That counts. He's put
no,
up a
he did.
baker's dozen, making 8 of them.
Girl,
Using
but
his
he hit the
unpredictability
lottery
to
the
his
other
own
day.
advantage, a tough cover for any defense.
I don't know how much he's sitting on. Because he wanted me to go to Grand Rapids with him to cash the damn lottery ticket in. About 45 minutes.
Okay, see, that's what my friend, Felicia, that's what her parents do, Grand Rapids.
Because, see, you could cash it here. He could have turned it in if he had just hit $1,000. But that motherfucker had to go to Grand Rapids to cash that lottery ticket. He hit. Because he was like, how much you need? I kept telling him. He was like, what's going on with you? I was like, this, and that. Why you ain't called me? This. The nigga done dropped off about $500, $600 just in 3 days to me. Oh, he done hit. I was just looking at it. Nah, nigga, I want to know what you got in your pocket. Hell no. He was just, he kept fussing at me. He just got me out of a jam, though. Girl, my room ain't due again till Thursday. I got to go give up some ass tonight now. I got to go get some ass up tonight now. I was like, oh Lord, that means, girl.
I was on the phone talking to my sister, and then I had the girl went on jumped in the shower. Girl, when I said this, the shower was so.
Something ain't right, goddammit. He just gave that man $50 motherfucking dollars, and then gave me an extra 50 and said, now go feed them damn kids. I said, he done showed his ass. I'm sitting, because this way he gonna text me. Because I was talking shit, hello, you finna holler. You know, I know how to get under his skin. Wait a minute, I told him I wasn't fresh meat. I said, I was telling him about my room. I said, I got my child support check. It was $264. I paid $120. I was telling him that because this is what he kept saying. I kept saying, he said, you ain't called or text me in days. He said, what's wrong with you? He said, you ain't got time for me no more, huh? You don't call, check on me or nothing. He said, and when I do talk to you, you rush me off the phone, but I still love you. Then he said, you ain't called or text in days. Then I said, well, at night, when you asked me to go to Grand Rapids, I ain't hear from you, that night later on, and I ain't hear from you none the next day. He said, so that means you can't text or call me?
Right.
Then he said, I asked you to ask the old lady if she could go with me to Grand Rapids, me, you, and her. He said, you never did say anything. Grandma Allen. My grandma that be helping me with stuff. He said, cause she don't, when older people go to cash in lottery tickets, they don't charge them shit. So she in her 70s, so they wouldn't have charged her nothing. But if you, like he owed child support, they would have took his whole shit. When you owe child support, if you owe anything, like if you owe it's child support if you owe state taxes, if you owe anything like that, they take it out your lottery winnings.
Girl, I did not know that.
So he wanted to get the lady to go with him whose stuff was clear, and he was just going to get her a cut. Yeah. And then I said, I'm under his skin. Now he said, what you doing? I said, and I don't like you stressed about me. I'm really going through hard times right now, and I know you got stuff going on too. So I don't need you to be putting my drama. I said, plus you sickly too, so you don't need none of that. He said, what's going on? I said, I know right now I'm way too much drama for you. He said, what's going on? He said, that's what I don't understand. We supposed to be a team, but you do this type of stuff. I can come to you about my problems, but you isolate me out your world. That's not cool.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with it. Because if the man asks you what's going on, tell that man what's going on.
Then I said, you too sickly. You don't be needing the stress. I be trying to look out for your health too. He said, what's going on and why I have to keep asking you too many damn times.
What's going on?
He said, hello? Because I still wouldn't say nothing. Then I told him. Then he said, so what do you need? I said, you. He said, you got me. I said, I miss you and me. He said, me too. I said, but I'm fucked up in the head right now. He said, I'm going to ask your ass again, what the fuck do you need? I said, then I said, I can't do shit. Then he said, you avoid my question again, and you not telling me nothing, Gwen. What the fuck do you need? How much money do you need? I'm going to ask you one more damn time. So I ain't... Right, and I ain't say nothing. Girl, when I was, as soon as I got through talking to him, girl, my man gonna knock on the door. Because the nigga done pulled up beside my man sitting in my car. My man knocked on the door. I was like, who the hell is this? Ashton should have took the key. Girl, I opened the door. This nigga standing up there looking at me, eyes redder than a Georgia pie. Standing up there. I saw this motherfucker that brought his ass out here. And I said, huh? He said, I'm going to ask you again, how much is it for the motherfucking week? And the manager was standing outside. In the, yeah, because he paid it last week. He paid it for 2 days. And so I looked at him. And then I said, he was just counting money. Then he gave me money, and then he gave me $50. He said, now take this and go get some kids from me. After this nigga showing his ass.
But you know what, man? God sent him just for, to help y'all out, because it's more than what's bad.
And I know. And he said, you know what? He said, no. Yep. And I've been with this nigga 6 years. And when he didn't have no money, I was by his side. When he went to the hospital, I was by his side when the bitch wouldn't even go. When she left him for dead, I was right there with him. When he,
Frank that had his leg amputated.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah, he had 14 surgeries on that leg, and I was right there. All 14 surgeries. Now, actually, I wasn't even with him at the time. Me and who broke up. But I was right there for all 14 of these surgeries. Girl, that's this motherfucker back to him here. He go back out in these damn streets.
This man that asked to marry me, that's his expectation. His goal is for us to move in together and for me to marry him. He want me to get this house and all this kind of stuff. Because I told you his house got asbestos in it and they won't fix it now until he get the asbestos out. So he needs somewhere to go to. So his thing is like, we in this together, we a team. We both got issues that we trying to get out of. He said, my goal is to marry you. That's what I want. And I was like, and cut. And he said, I do want to marry you. I done asked you 3 times. He said, you ain't fully divorced yet, but when you get divorced and the paperwork go through, I want you as my wife. I don't want nobody else but you.
Well, what the hell you waiting on?
Huh?
What you waiting on?
Girl, this motherfucker is bipolar and schizophrenic and some other shit. Girl, I've been to call.
And what is shit?
I've been to call a case with this bitch.
And what is shit?
I don't know what he is.
Okay.
But if he got money and stuff like over the past 5 years, it was to the point where he didn't have shit. He didn't have no disability or nothing coming in. And whenever he needed money, I would give it to him. Like he had a sensor on his arm, he had to pay $250 for it. He ain't had the money at the time. I was giving him the money to pay for his.
This show right there is the dude. So, you know what? Now, any other nigga, they be like, well, shit, that big give me all the money from club. You know, like, shit, I'm keep on getting that bitch money. But at least he right there for you when you need him. Like, she ain't got it, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have went on by his way. But he didn't do it.
Nope. And then he was like, you ain't called me in 2 days. How in the fuck I'm supposed to know what the hell going on? And you hear what he talking about? You isolate me out your life all the time. And I don't like that shit. Because I be going through shit, but I don't never tell him shit. You know, because he got so much going on. And then I don't want him to be stressing and shit. So I'm like, I just try to figure it out myself. Girl, that motherfucker got real mad at me tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, but eventually he won't know.
And he gonna tell me, you feel...
What's going on?
Yeah, when he was walking, like when his car went down about 4-5 months ago, girl, the bitch that he, was staying with or whatever, she would take her car and leave him there in the house with no way to get around. His family wouldn't help him or nothing. Girl, I got in my truck one day, I was driving down the street, and what I would do is I would give him my truck and let him keep it all day so he could go to his doctor's appointments and shit like that. Girl, it was 20 degrees outside and he was walking, trying to get that house fixed and didn't want to miss them appointments. Girl, I saw him walking. I told him, I said, you know what? Since I'm at work from 8 to 4, you just keep the motherfucking truck. And guess what? I didn't give a damn. Guess what? My husband was still up in this bitch.
Right.
But he wasn't doing shit. But I know that.
Shit.
Nope.
This man doing everything he can.
Yeah, he is. I need to do better about communicating. I guess by me being a Virgo, because that's what my nana told me, I have an independent spirit and a very private spirit.
You sound like a Capricorn, because baby, that's me.
I don't like asking nobody for shit.
I don't ask nobody for shit. I can get it on my own.
And see, he a Cancer. So they was like, Cancers, when they love people. Huh?
When they love hard.
And he is that. That's like he said he'll kill a motherfucker about me, and I was laughing. He said, do you think I'm bullshit? But all the stuff, I guess, that I done for him, even when his dad died and stuff, I was there. I was the only woman he done took to meet his father.
To where?
To meet his father in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
And he been with that bitch 13 years. He ain't never asked to marry her. And he don't go nowhere with her. When they used to go somewhere, they drive separate cars. But they stay in the same motherfucker house. But he there to help with the kids, because long as he helping with the kids, number one, she ain't gonna put him on child support.
He got kids by her?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got 3 kids by her. But see, he said this. He got all them babies, right? He got a lot of kids by other women. But his thing is this. He ain't never been in a household and raised his kids. So when he got with her,
That's probably the reason why he's staying with
that's
her.
what he said.
He want to, do right by the kids. But shit, bitch, you make it get on your nerves so motherfucking bad. Shit, you be trying to do that and trying to have family, because that's why I put up with Frank so long. But shit, he do so much dumb ass shit, they won't let you.
That's what he said. He said, I'm with her. He said, I'm not with her, but I'm in that motherfucker house. And he take care of them kids. He makes sure they...
He trying to have a family for us to sake of them kids.
And he...
And I'm telling you, motherfuckers do not be realizing that shit.
And so...
That's the reason why I put up with his ass so long, because I'm like, shit, I want to give my kids an opportunity to have a family. So have a mama and daddy in the same house. I didn't have it.
And that's like with the car, when I didn't have no car. He looked at me when he brought me that car, the car I just got. He looked at me, he said, I know it ain't what you want. I know you want better, but we'll get that. But he said, here's the thing. He said, I felt good that I could bring you something. Yep. And he said, I felt good that I could buy you something and bring it to you. He said, we've been together 7 years. Going. Yep. And he was like, you always been there for me, Gwen. I don't give a damn what the fuck. You'll give me your last. And you know it be your last, but you won't say shit. He said, just to make sure I'm good. He said, and that means a lot to me, because even when my family, he said, even when my family don't ride for me, you was there. He said, this bitch, I hate this bitch. He said, I hate this bitch. That truck he driving, he was walking. I took him to go get that damn Escalade, that Navigator. He paid the money for it and he hustled, but he didn't have no way to go out there and get it. I took him to go get it. So he got all kind of cars, but they needed working on and shit, and he wanted something. He said, I got a bunch of toys, and he called them toys. He said, I got a bunch of toys, but I didn't have nothing to say I'm a grown-ass man. So I went and got this Navigator to show I'm a grown-ass man. And I'm looking at him like, ain't this a bitch? He said, look at all the cars we got. He said, this our lineup for the summer. I don't know what the fuck that shit means, but anyway. But he want a house. And he wants the kid. He really values what my kids think about him. He don't want them to know nothing bad about it. So when I told him, I said, my kids know you sell dope. He said, who the fuck?
I was surprised that you told him that you still do.
Listen, they already knew because this nigga ain't never had no job. He got 29 cars. He got 2 or 3 houses and properties, and he ain't but in his 40s. Come on now.
Right.
My kids ain't dumb.
Right. Nigga, you doing something?
And then you stay out all night and sleep all day. And everybody in Ben Harbor know him. And they know that's what he used to do. He used to sell dope real strong. But then he went to prison for 19 years. So, you know, he trying to change his life around. He want a legit job and everything. He don't want, but he, you know, by him being like he is, he can't get that shit.
Yeah.
So he do what he.
It's hard coming from that dope life to a legit life. Because when my brother, when he first did, my brother was working at, he was a drug dealer, right? But he started at the nursing home. When he got his nursing license. So when because all the money that he used to make, he said, man, I make $500-600 a week. He was like, man, don't you know how hard this shit is? He was like, in the dope man, you know, I make $500-600 a day.
Or an hour.
$500-600 in a couple of hours. So he was like, shit, that shit hard, come from dope gangs to being legit.
But he helping me though.
We don't stop the shoes a little bit.
But
I told you to stop walking around here with, don't get your ass to my bed. Go and get your damn shoes on. Stop walking around here with no shoes on. I done told you that time and time again. What you want? You want something because you came in here.
girl, he off the motherfucking chain. I said, no, he didn't run his ass up in here like this.
What's up?
Girl. But I've always been there for him when he did have shit. I would cook for him. I would be in the house with my husband and I'd be cooking. I cook a Sunday meal. I know he ain't ate shit. I go over there and he'd be like, what you cook? I said, I cooked a meal. I said, you hungry? He'd be like, yeah. I said, I'm going to come down the street. We meet at the stop sign. I give him a plate. I was feeding the fuck out of his ass. And every other day he had a hot damn meal. Because that bitch don't cook. He didn't know I was taking the food out the house. He didn't pay attention to nothing. He didn't pay attention to nothing. He didn't pay attention to his wife at all. And he'd be in the bed sleep. Girl, he was going to bed sleep and I'll be on the couch. Girl, I'll wait right till he goes.
You know what? That's why I said about Frank. smiling and grinning in another bitch face. You didn't worry about your own life.
Yep. 10 o'clock, when he go to sleep, I get out, put my clothes on, and girl, I be gone. And I come home, he had to be at work at 4, I'll be home about 2 o'clock. My friend will be like, go home before I have to wire that nigga jaw shut. And I go home and go to sleep, then they have me a good night, been there, ate good, then I mess around and I leave. And we did this every damn night for 5 years. And my husband was right there in the house. He told the nigga about me. So he bought my man a 3-wheeler, a 2-wheeler, one of them motorbike things. My friend bought a net. Because I told him, I said, Ashton don't have no stuff like that because his boys got everything. He buy everything for his boys. So he was like, okay, man ain't got damn one of these? I was like, no. He said, I got one. I'm going to give it to him. And I was like, you know how much them motherfucking things is? You talking about giving him one. He said, I'm going to give it to her because my boys already got shit. I was like, okay. Girl, he brought the motherfucking bike over there while my husband was in the motherfucking house. And he said he had a bike for Ashton. And he was like, because, he had bought the truck. You know I told you how he got the truck from him.
Yeah.
So he brought the bike over there, so my husband kind of knew who he was a little bit. So check this shit out. Tell me why the chain had broke off the bike, right? And so D said, I'm at work. He gonna call me. Guess where I'm at? I said, where you at? Sitting in your yard. I said, what the fuck you got your ass in my yard for? He said, me and your husband sitting up under the motherfucking tent, chopping it up and shit. He said, I know all y'all motherfucking business. He said, this nigga told me all y'all business. He said, nigga don't.
No dumb ass up there telling this and that. All our motherfuckers business and just don't know him. This the nigga you need to be worried about.
Nigga, and he would come by the house in all his cars and blow at the kids, pull on the side of the street in front of my house, waving at the kids and shit. Girl! He come by my house every night. Yep. That nigga told my husband, I want this truck tonight and I'm coming back for all my shit. Everything in this motherfucking yard that belonged to me, I'm coming to get. So he told him.
So you know what? Right there, that's how you know Jimmy ass was black. Because when that nigga said that, they should have opened his eyes and be like, this nigga talking about my whole name.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting up here telling this man all the business and thinking he's cool with your ass. Nigga, you finna lose your family to this nigga.
And that nigga came about 3 weeks later and moved me out of that damn house. Even took the motherfucking cat. And I was like, that's a damn shame. A whole nigga came in your house, took your family, the pet, everything. You came home to nothing. That man took his whole... Everybody in Ben Harbor laughing about that shit. How this nigga took your wife of 15 years. And they like, you must have been doing something for that woman to leave you after 15 years. That's a long motherfucking time to be with some goddamn body. And she just up one day, move out. But Misty, I had been talking to him about him not liking me, him not wanting me, him not spending no time with me, him yelling at me.
About 3 weeks ago, I told you motherfucker, I said, shit. I said, you don't do nothing with me, you don't do nothing for the kids or whatever. I said, shit, I said, when you gonna take me out on a date? Now this is
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Listen, mama, let me see what's going on. Hello. Yeah, can you hear me? Man, thank you. Thank you. Man, help me. What you doing? Eating? You. Oh Lord, I know what that is. I ain't going away. I just went did that and came back to the room. Mm-hmm. I will. Are you the 8 already? You ain't hungry. Mm. So when I'ma see you tomorrow sometime? If it ain't, you gonna let me know. If you not, you gonna let me know. And you ain't seen nothing else about this stuff. I could run it by him again. What? No. No. Oh. Okay. Yeah. 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 I still wanted to see you. Mm. Yeah. Oh, man, that Ashley crazy stuff. Mm-mm. They was out here fighting last night again. Oh boy went to jail last night though. Well, I ain't gonna hold you in. Let you do what you do. Okay. Amazing. Hello. Yeah. That was him. We said, is you straight now? I said, yeah. I said, what you doing? He said, I went and picked up my little brother. I said, oh, hell. I said, I know what that means. I said, that means I ain't going to see you tonight, right? He said, no, you'll see me later on. I said, if I ain't, you going to call me and let me know I ain't going to see you? Have me sitting up looking crazy? I'm trying to act like I got some sense. This is new. I mean, we've been together like for 7 years, but you know how you don't really be with that person all the time. So it's like, we was together and stuff like that, but it was like off and on. We did hotel rooms and stuff like that together, overnight stays. But like, we ain't really never like stayed in no house together. So I don't know. I'm scared about that because he real picky about shit and he real clean. And it's not just that. It's just we had plans to be in that house that he had, and now those plans are gone because it's gonna take a while for him to get the house ready now. So it's like it's a whole new. Now we got to do something else. But living with him is gonna be something different because I know how you know somebody, but then you ain't never lived with them, so you don't know what they live like. And I'll be ready to crack his head open about certain shit. Like for one, but when I had my other house, whenever he smoked weed and stuff, he would smoke weed in my bedroom. Because we had the patio doors and stuff. He never smoked like in the living room and all that type of shit. He ain't disrespectful like that. He won't smoke around the kids either. He don't do none of that shit. He got a lot of, he was raised by older women. So, you know, he was raised by older guys in the prison cell, so he's respectful. And he was raised by his grandma.
Okay, that explains a lot.
So he real old school. He like a lot of old school music. You know, he 45, he'll be 46, but he don't act.
Yeah, old soul. You the old soul.
Yeah, he act like he like. I be like, what the fuck? And we click and all that, but he don't like to be at a lot of parties. He don't like that bullshit. He don't like to be around a lot of motherfuckers. He don't like that bullshit. You know, he a real private person.
Right.
So he's something different. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been trying to figure.
He seems like a cool cat though.
He is, and crazy than the road looks. He love to eat. He love motherfucking food. Goddamn it. He a diabetic and can cook his ass off. But he love food. It'd be so funny because I'd be like, you know, you can't eat that damn shit. And he'll look at me and bust out and go laughing. But we had so much fun. He liked sitting, watching the sunrise, watching the sunset. He liked quiet spots. He liked his house to be like ducked off. He don't like it to be like out in the open and shit. He don't like motherfuckers running in and out of his shit. He is real conservative. He back in the day he was wide open. You know what I'm saying? But I guess when he went to prison and he got out, I guess stuff changed for him. But he'll still whoop some ass though. He'll give a fuck about that. He'll beat your ass and shoot your ass at the same damn time. But he sit back and he's real observant. You know, he one of them. If he, yeah, he on.
Real quiet and I don't bother nobody but shit. I sit back and I watch my surroundings.
Yep. He always do that. And everywhere he go, he have his back up against the wall. You'll never see him.
He caught off guard.
Yeah, never. And he always watching, always watching. And his brothers, they always go to him when shit go wrong. People in the street, they be calling him when shit go wrong. You know, like for advice, and they be wanting him to take up for them when they get into it with somebody and all that type of shit. He be like, man, I ain't getting to that motherfucking bullshit.
Right. Like, shit, I ain't finna fuck with you on no bullshit.
No, but he like to go different places. He really like, he ain't never been to the movies.
What?
You heard what I said. He's that type of nigga.
Why?
He ain't never been to the movies because he'll go to sleep.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, he always moving. You know what I'm saying? And when he do stop, it's over with. So he don't go to the movies. He don't like places like that that's closed in like that and shit. You know what I'm talking about? All of that. And I imagine 9 years of prison time would do anybody like that.
Yeah, you couldn't do anybody like that. They don't like no clothes. Because shit, my brother just did 20 years in prison.
And I be like, but he still, but when he eat, you know how people talk when they eat? He don't.
Yeah, you know, two of my brothers, one of them was shot and killed. My brother that's like right with me and my other brother. One of them was shot and killed. My brother Chris. You remember Chris?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got shot and killed. And then my other brother, my baby brother, Marquez, he died in a car accident. And both of them was 30 years old.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got two brothers now.
It's just weird. I just be looking at his ass. I'm trying to read him because he got a poker face and he's a gambler. So it's hard for me sometimes to. But, you know, I used to give him, at my house, I give him facial and foot rubs and leg rubs.
He likes that because he can finally, have, something normal going on in his life.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the other day,
whole life is just chaos. But now you can finally have something normal going on.
And so it's like when, like last week, he was talking about his neck and stuff was hurting. I was massaging his neck. He said, because we and him have been into it, I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks. He gonna look at me and say, and you asked me, did I miss you? Hell motherfucking yeah. But it's just certain stuff that she don't do as a woman. She, you know, she like a dude or something. I don't. They used to be. He said they never called themselves a couple. He said they ain't never been together as a couple. That's some toxic shit.
Yes, it is.
You got 3 kids by her, and little baby, I think he teeny, left, something like that. But the thing is, she was just somebody he slept with. Cause he ain't never been in love with her. I mean, he was. He said, I started off like that. He said, but then when she started betraying me, he said it was something different. And so he just stayed there. And she don't take care of them kids like she's supposed to. And he go to all the boys, like they meetings and
It's
stuff.
always like that. You know, like the one that be really, really trying and make sure that, you know, the kids have what they need. You got the other parents that just trifling. It's no good.
I don't know. But I was
And it's crazy. It's always like that.
and I think that's what attracts me the most is how he feel about kids. He loves children. And it's like he'll go out of his way for his kids, you know, whatever he got to do, they gonna have it. And I guess because when he was growing up, you know, he didn't have a lot of stuff, but he started selling dope at the age of 10. And so that's all he know is street life. He don't know nothing no different. And so when he get with me, I introduced him to another world, you know, and I think that's a lot of his, you know, his attachment. And like he said in the text message, I can vent to you, but you can't vent to me. I can't vent to him because he get mad so quick over what's making me mad. He be hot. He be ready to tell some shit. And don't let me cry. Oh my God. I told him, I said, Ashley and them be laughing. Because one day I came from the hospital and my blood pressure was up. And I wanted some damn, what did I want, Ashley?
Some hot wings.
Some hot wings. Look at some hot wings. So I was laying in the bed and I said, ooh wee, I sure want some hot wings. He started fussing because I had just got out of the hospital. God damn it. You don't need no damn motherfucking hot wings. And why did I start whining like a baby? Ashley said, I was on the phone and said, but I want it. And he said, don't nobody give a fuck what you want. And Ashley have been laughing every since. They've been laughing at me ever since. Because you know, with their daddy, I cut the dads out, call them bald head hoes, all kind of shit. And they be like, I be calling them lizard and shit. Bald head hoes, skinny bitches, Q-tip looking motherfucker. You can start a fire with your skin ass knees, bitch. Why your ass look like that? You can't dress worth a damn. Your breath stink. Don't fucking kiss me. All types of shit. He tried to kiss me. I would duck. The kids in the kitchen killing themselves laughing. I say, you nasty motherfucker. How you shit in this toilet and don't clean it? He is a nasty motherfucker. Girl, that motherfucker wouldn't even take no bath. Even when he was in the hotel, he would take a bath maybe once or twice a week and wear the same drawers and clothes over and over. You better ask them goddamn kids. Girl, when I stayed off of Vaughn and I left him, that's the shit that was turning me off at first. Was that he wasn't cleaning himself. He wasn't.
Why your ass ain't take a bath? Shit.
And I would bust him out in front of the kids. I would talk about taking baths, and he would fuss that man, tell him he busted, he needs to take a bath. Bitch, you ain't had no bath in 5 days, ho. How you gonna be an example for my motherfucking son?
Right. Shit, your man ass ain't took no damn bath, and then you, oh, hell no.
And then the
And then you think somebody won't do, you think you better call your little ass up here?
I go sleep on the couch.
What you say?
I be on the couch, girl.
You ain't calling your ass up here with me, and you ain't took no bath?
Girl, he be stinking. He be stinking. I be looking at him. Girl, his underarms and shit. I be looking at him like, motherfucker, you think okay, just because you don't sweat at work, don't mean you don't need to take no bath and get that dirt and shit off you.
Grown ass motherfucking men. You know damn well men don't sweat. Now, a woman might not sweat as bad, but men sweat. So you get your second ass in the tub, and whether you sweat it or not, don't come crawling your ass into me and you got your ass in the tub.
That's that. Girl, why he tell me when he was hungry, he was sleeping in his car and shit over his sister's damn house. That's how bad he got. Him and his sister get into it. He go sleep in the car in her front yard. Girl, why he go to Walmart and take a bath in the Walmart sink?
Girl, you lying.
I ain't bullshit. That
Hell no.
motherfucker was sleeping in his goddamn car, taking baths everywhere, peeing outside his sister's house and shit. And I was just like, cause people would tell me they would see him. They be like, girl, I think I seen your husband. That motherfucker was asleep in the car. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? I said, he's driving a 2024 Kia Sport, and he's sleeping in his damn car. Priorities fucked up.
All the way.
So I said, that's part of the reason why I left him. Girl, he would throw pop cans all over the floor. I'm talking about he could be sitting right here by the bed, and instead of him putting it in the garbage can, he throw all the pop cans everywhere. Ashley will be damn near cussing, because they be cleaning up. He was throwing BC powder, papers all over the damn floor. Girl, he was just a nasty nigga. He would go to work, and he would wear them same clothes all motherfucking day. And then at 9 o'clock at night, he would take his work clothes off and get his ass in the motherfucking bed with the same drawers on. And wake up the next morning and put the same clothes on.
Hell to the no, girl.
3 or 4 days in a motherfucking row. My man and Ashley was talking about his ass, and I be talking about him. I said, I know you don't think you getting no pussy. Ain't no way in the fuck I'll be messing with you. You don't brush your teeth. Even if you ain't got, and his teeth is rotten. All his teeth is rotten in his mouth. So his breath would just be automatically stinking all the time. And he'd be trying to kiss on Ashley. Ashley be ducking, and I'd be ducking and running hide. And Ashley will be laughing at me. Look at you now, because he'll come up and try to kiss me in my mouth. Girl, I'll break camp running. No. I would even.
How could you get your ass up to somebody's face knowing goddamn well your breath taking this shit? Oh no.
Look at Ash over there laughing. Because he would do that stupid shit to us. Girl,
I'm sorry, Ash. I'm sorry, baby.
but he be
He tried to
breathing.
kiss us on the cheek. It smelled like straight cigarettes.
Girl, it'd be hot. He'll come up there and try to kiss me. Ashley be dying laughing. Because soon as he try to kiss me, I would duck.
And then she'll put hand sanitizer on her cheek.
Bitch, get the fuck away from me.
I said, what's the hand sanitizer for?
Girl, my nigga now, Ashley was shocked because the other day he called. And Ashley said, because I had no speaker. I said, what you doing? He said, I'm going to come see you. Let me get up and get myself situated and brush my teeth and wash my face. Ashley said, he actually brushes his teeth. Ashley said she ain't used to that shit. That nigga mouth was fucked up. He wouldn't even, I said, even if your teeth is rotten, you could brush your tongue or gargle with some Listerine.
That's right. Gargle your mouth and stuff out. Shit, put some damn peroxide and stuff in your mouth.
Yep.
You know, at the dentist and stuff, that's what they tell you that take the odor and stuff out your mouth. Put that peroxide in there and gargle
Girl, his teeth was gone. They told him all his teeth had to be extracted, and they was gonna put dentures in his mouth. That's how bad his mouth is. And he talking about ain't nobody doing that shit. Then he got but they a wizard.
So wait a minute, so he didn't get them pulled out?
No, he been walking around with them teeth like that for 15 years, girl.
Girl, ain't no way it is.
And then
I'd have made him go through that.
and then his damn knees, he ain't got no cartilage in his knees. So when
It came hard to get around then.
his bones, his knees, when he walk, his bones touch and they break off. And they told him that, he said, fuck that, ain't nobody could do no surgery on his motherfucking knees.
Girl, he gonna be in the nursing home. Because you know what? He hard-headed and he don't want to listen.
And then they told him he had erectile dysfunction. And so they gave him some stuff to take. He said, fuck that shit. Girl, me and D was together one night. D said, so the nigga, he called him Buddy. He said, how Buddy doing today? I be rolling. And I said, why you call him Buddy? He said, because he looked like a motherfucking buddy. And so he calls him Buddy. So Ashley started calling him Buddy. Ashley be like, hey, buddy. I be rolling. Girl, I be in this motherfucking. I said that don't make no damn sense. But my he been calling him that for years, and he be like, where Buddy ass at? And I be laughing. I said, Buddy. He be like, yeah, where Buddy ass at? I said, why you call him that? Cause that nigga look like a buddy, shit. And girl, he walk around in the Walmart clothes from the time he get up to the time he go to bed. Girl, I took him on a shopping spree one day. I said, look, it's your birthday, I'm gonna take you on a shopping spree. Girl, that motherfucker went to the clearance rack. I told him, girl, I told him he could buy, and man, to tell you, I told him he could buy anything he want off the wall. That motherfucker went to the $25 rack. $5, $10. He don't know how to buy a suit. He don't know how to put on a suit. He don't know how to buy his clothes. I was buying his clothes, and I would buy him clothes, and he would hang them up and wouldn't even wear them. The tags would still be on them bitches. Shit, I took D on his birthday 4 years ago to the shopping spree. I was kind of scared, because I said, this motherfucker, I know the kind of shit he like. I said, oh, hell, I'm finna spend about $3,000-$4,000 on this bitch. I said, cause, girl, I went in that damn store. He didn't know how to act either. I took him in the store. I said, let's go to a shopping spree. So we go in the store. He said, a shopping spree? I said, you can get what you want. Now, he used to bitches buying him, giving him money and buying his shit, but he wasn't used to no woman telling him, go pick out what you want. So we get in the store. He was like, what's my budget? And I said, get you a couple of outfits and a couple of pair of shoes to match. So he know how to buy his motherfucking clothes now. He just wanted to know what his budget was. And so I was like, shit. So he got him a couple of outfits and stuff. He said, you know what? I said, what? He said, I ain't never been on no shopping spree before. I said, what you mean? He said, bitches buy me shit all the motherfucking time. He said, but I ain't never had no woman to take me to the store and say, get what I want. And he was with that bitch 13 years. The shit that I do, like I'll fix his plate. And he'll look at it. I'll go in there and I'll fix his plate and take it to him. And she don't do none of that shit. And he just, like she used to cook, you know, everybody fix their plate. But me, I'll treat him like a king. Even though he didn't have shit, I still treated him like king. I go in there and I fix his plate and bring it to him. And he'd be like, you fixed this for real? I just said I had a taste for it. And you actually fixed it? And I was like, yep, he sit there, he eat, and then he smoke his weed. Because, you know, with him having diabetes, he has to smoke his weed to get hungry. Because the medicines take away his appetite.
That's how my mom is. She has to smoke weed too.
Yep. So he'll smoke weed, and then he'll get an appetite. Like, he'll smoke, and then he wait about 20 minutes after he done smoke, and then he be ready to eat.
And see, my mama, she got thyroid and congestive heart failure. So she real little now. You know, like, at first my mom, she was probably about bigger than me. She was about 200 pounds. But she done lost so much weight, she weighed probably about 135.
Ooh. Now, I got congestive heart failure. You know, that's, they told me in 2007.
She got thyroid and congestive heart failure.
So he was just like, he ain't used to, you know, being treated.
Brooke, girl, I'm calling you Brooke again. When? What brought yours on? How did you find out?
About my congestive heart failure?
Mm-hmm.
After I had Ashley.
Okay, they told you.
I you know, I remember when I had that heart attack.
Okay, that's why I was going to ask if you have a heart attack.
Yep, after I had Ashley, well, really I could have sued them, and I should have. When I was in the hospital, after I had Ashley, I had a lot of fluid on me. And they was, after I had her, they had the IV still hooked up on me, still, and I had fluid retention. So they would study pumping fluid in my system, you know.
Kill your ass.
Yep, and so I had a heart attack, and then I went home. They sent me home because they didn't know what was wrong with me. My blood pressure was up real high. So they sent me home. About 4 days later, I couldn't breathe. I was coughing a whole lot. And I was like, what the fuck? And Patrick ass was at work. So I was coughing and coughing and coughing. So ended up, when he came home from work, I told him to watch Ashley because I was going to the ER. Because I thought maybe I needed a breathing treatment. Girl, I went to the ER, them motherfuckers looked at me and said, you're not going home today. Tell somebody to come get your car because you're going to be here. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Girl, they took me in that motherfucker and I had fluid everywhere. And that man told me, if I hadn't drove myself to the hospital when my husband came home, I would have died in my sleep that night because my lungs was full of fluid. And so, something just told me to get my stupid ass up and drive my crazy ass to the hospital. And I drove myself, barely breathing. And then I ended up going to St. Jude in Jonesboro.
St. Bernard.
Yeah, St. Bernard, man. I ended up going to St. Bernard. They, you know, drove me there. That's when they diagnosed me with congestive heart failure. When I was there, I stayed there for a long time, almost 2 months. And then they found.
In the hospital?
Yep, I was in St. Bernard for 2 months.
Oh, Lord.
Right, yep. And I ain't see Ashley for 2 months.
Who had her? Miss Lou?
Yep. For 2 months. Yep. Yep. For 2 months. I was locked down. Girl, I got so little.
Ain't that crazy about Bianca?
Baby, let me tell you how I found that shit out. I'm at work, and everybody from, I think you two, it was you.
Yeah, I think I remember calling you.
Yep, because I was like, first, you called me when Patrick died, because I ain't know shit about that. I was at work, and everybody was telling me, sorry for your loss. I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about? Sorry for my loss. It was all on Facebook anyway. And I think it was you that called me. You called me and Sean called. No, you called me first. And I'm like, what? And then Sean called me. And then I was studying calls. They told me he was dead. Then I was at work here. And I had told one of my friends here about Bianca and about my family because she was getting close to me. You know, she was getting kind of close to me. So I was telling her, girl, one night I was in the bed asleep. And somebody said, so she calls me because she was watching the ID channel. So I'm sitting up like, I'm in the bed, 1 o'clock in the morning. She calls me, Gwen. What did you say your stepdaughter's name was? Now, she live in Michigan, ain't never been to Arkansas, didn't know who the fuck I was talking about. I said, Bianca Raina. She said, Gwen, you need to turn the motherfucking TV on right now. I said, what the fuck is you talking about? She said, I'm so sorry. She said, I need you to watch that. She woke me up out, no, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Girl, I'm like, I was asleep. It was 1 o'clock, I was motherfucking asleep. She called me at 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning. I was like, I need channel, I don't even watch that shit. So and she would not tell me. She said, stay on the phone. And my husband, Jimmy, was laying in the bed. Buddy was in the bed. Girl, I was laying in that bed and I was watching that shit. I started screaming. When I say screaming,
he just, he paid her for sex first, but even after she did what he asked her to do, she performed oral on him and everything, and he wanted his money back.
And they got his ass.
Yeah, they got him.
So I was in the bed screaming. I said, did that say Bianca? So my husband, he's sitting in the bed. He know Bianca. Him and Bianca knew each other. They was cool. They was all right. Because, Bianca used to babysit Ashley and shit. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't an issue. And Bianca used to come over to our house. Ain't that some fucked up shit?
Remember I came over there one day and she was there?
Yep, came on down. So I was like, what in the fuck? When I seen that shit, I just started screaming. He sat up in the bed and he looked at me and said, what's wrong? I said, look at this motherfucking TV. I said, tell me that ain't my daughter. Tell me that ain't my motherfucking daughter. I said, Bianca was doing fine as long as I was there.
But you know something? Her mammy.
That bitch.
Act like she was just like she was
the best motherfucking mama in the world. I'm sitting up there looking at this trifling hoe.
Girl, I was there when I tell you how mad I was. I'm like, this fucking bitch didn't give a fuck about this girl.
Not one bit.
And then listen, that's why I got mad at Tierra. When Pig died, girl, Tierra made it seem like Dana was Pig's only friend. Now you know me and Pig was together all the fucking time.
Yep.
Girl, Tierra made it seem like Dana was Pig's only motherfucking friend. They put me, Shell, Karen, Harry.
Are you serious?
Nowhere in the obituary. You hear me? She didn't recognize us at all. She put Dinah all over the obituary. Made it seem like, and Lakina either, because Lakina was her friend.
Yeah.
Girl, baby, she made it seem like Dinah was Pig's only friend.
Hell no.
Oh,
Girl. And what did Bianca mama do? That's what the fuck I want to know.
thank you.
That's what I want to know. Bianca was, listen, when Bianca was with that boy, and she was, had married that boy, Bianca was texting me. Bianca, not texting me, Facebooking me. And that boy was whooping her ass. That boy used to beat her ass. And she finally got away from him. And she moved down there with her stupid ass grandma. And I just couldn't believe how the shit was going on. I finally got a chance. I came down to see the kids. I seen her grandbabies. The girls. Yep, I met them. And I didn't talk to Bianca, I didn't talk to Miss Lillian. I talked to her last year. I talked to her. And she was telling me about everything. And I was waiting on her to say something so I could cuss her motherfucking ass out on that goddamn phone. That girl used to run away from my ass and I used to go look for her all the goddamn time.
Yeah, Bianca ass used to stay running away. And do you remember when I first told Miss Lizzie, Bianca had wrote this note to this little boy, and she was talking about how they was in music class or something, and she was like how she was gonna suck his dick, and how she wanted to fuck him and all this kind of shit. So I called, cause I found the note, and I'm like,